Hey, what's up? It's your guy Selector. I'm back at it again. Today I'm going to be talking about the latest news that just broke. There's been some breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is going to be fighting YouTube star Logan Paul. Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather are going to be doing an exhibition on February 20th. It's being reported. It's going to be on an app called Famino or whatever you call it. If I botched the name, I'm sorry, but that's basically what the app is, or Fanmino. I can't pronounce it, but yeah, basically the fight's gonna be going down. It's gonna be an interesting one to say the least. Floyd Mayweather is gonna be fighting him in an exhibition. How many rounds? I'm not sure. The location, not sure. If there's gonna be fans in the arena, not sure. But it has been announced that the two of them will be going toe to toe. This is after, Logan Paul, for those who don't know, is the brother of Jake Paul. Jake Paul and Logan Paul are YouTube sensations. They have crazy amounts of views. Like, those guys are like YouTube kingpins. Like, their content is at the highest level. Like, they're doing it all, from podcasts to content to creation to everything. You name it, those guys are doing it. They're boxing. They're doing it all. Those guys are really entertaining, and the people love them. Like, the young generation, the older generation, people enjoy who they are. Like, they enjoy what they do, and people, they got a lot of respect. So this is going to be an interesting one, to say the least, I must say. Floyd Mayweather, you already know what it is. He's the king of boxing. He's the cash cow. He's the king of not even just boxing, but the fight world, the combat sports world. Everybody knows when you're thinking combat sports, the highest paid combat sports entertainer to ever step foot on this planet is Floyd Mayweather. So this is going to be a spectacle, to say the least. I expect big numbers from both, because Logan Paul has his following, which is, you already know, his following is crazy. He's the brother of Jake Paul. Jake Paul is the same one who knocked out Floyd Mayweather about last week, in a boxing fight. I mean, he knocked out Nate Robinson in a boxing fight last week. So this is going to be a big spectacle. A lot of people are going to be tuning in for this. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of bets thrown on this one. I'm sure, there's going to be a lot of money being made. I'm not too sure how much Floyd's going to be making. I'm not too sure how much Logan, but I know it's going to be north of maybe 5 to 6 million Floyd Mayweather will make. I could see even possibly, it could be even upwards of maybe even more, north of 10, Like, he's going to make a lot of money off of this fight. Jake Paul, he's going to make a lot of money off of this fight as well. It's Jake Paul. He's a star. So, what my predictions are on this fight, I'm not even going to throw any predictions out right now because it's really early. Just all you need to know is it's going to be an entertaining one, to say the least. Why is Floyd Mayweather taking this fight? I think Floyd Mayweather's taking this fight just because of the fact that, that successful night that Mike Tyson and Roy Jones had, and the undercard that happened with Jake Paul and Nate Robinson, the NBA player. I believe Floyd Mayweather sees potential in making money. He sees this YouTube lane. He sees there's money in it. I think he waited, and then afterwards, the Errol Spence, Danny Garcia fight. So he waited afterwards, and I believe he made the announcement once he saw the success of the whole YouTube, Nate Robinson, NBA player versus YouTube fighter, and a Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. That whole entire card was an entertaining night, and a lot of people were entertained. A lot of people enjoyed it, It was talk of everywhere. People are still talking about it all over the world as we speak right now. So I think Floyd is just kind of like, you know what? Let's make this money. There's been talks about these two fighting for a while now. I've heard about it back when, that Logan Paul is going to fight Floyd Mayweather. To me, though, I didn't want to say anything about it. I don't want to come out or even say anything, just because of the fact that I like to talk about things that are actually on contract and they're actually going down. I don't like to go into rumors and all that and speculating. I prefer contracts, so, facts over everything else. That's the way I look at. That's how I look at things. So that's the way I'm going to go about it. It's going to be a good fight. My prediction, like I said before, we'll wait and see. Closer to the date, I want to see what Vegas is saying. I want to see what the money lines are saying, and then we can start making some predictions there and put some money down on there. But personally, it's February 20th, it's 2020 going into 2021, so mark that on your calendar. Floyd Mayweather is going to go out there. I'm sure he's going to show a show. The last exhibition we saw from Floyd Mayweather was versus Tenshin in Japan. And that fight, Floyd Mayweather made, I believe, about 7 million plus, or just over 7 million bucks for that fight. And that fight was, it was I don't know, the hours and stuff. I remember trying to catch that fight. It was like on a New Year's Eve day or something like that, or New Year's Eve, yeah, or something like that. Was it New Year's Eve or January 30th, something like that, somewhere around New Year's Eve, like. And it was just the timing. It was like January 30th, but Japan's time, and the time out here in the East Coast is just totally like, it was just like, I couldn't get to that fight. Like, I just couldn't find it. Like, it was there, but I didn't know. The timing was just like, and there was like a million fights and undercards and all these kickboxing and all this other stuff going on. I didn't know what the heck was what. I ended up not even catching that fight. I saw the fight later. And, Floyd Mayweather did what he did. It looked like Floyd was taking it easy on Tension. And then I think Tension hit Floyd. It looked like Tension hit Floyd flush on the face. And then Floyd took it serious. And he said, okay, this is not even an exhibition no more. This is a fight. So Floyd Mayweather came in there and did what he did. And he basically handled Tension. And he basically put him on the ground. He had Tension tearing up and stuff like that. Floyd Mayweather handled him, you know what I mean? And, obviously, Tension, he became a big name after that. You had the likes of Manny Pacquiao and Conor McGregor calling out Tension to fights and exhibitions and stuff like that. That's the Floyd Mayweather effect. After Floyd Mayweather's done with somebody, everybody else wants a piece of that guy because his name is hot, They want, and of course, a lot of Floyd Mayweather ex-guys that he fought, the likes of the Conor McGregors, the Manny Pacquiaos, they're going to want a piece of what Floyd's doing. They're, in their eyes, they think they're right there with him, or they think they're as a big a star as Floyd. They're both big stars in their respected realm, but Floyd Mayweather is the top dog at the end of the day. So, and we saw what happened with Conor McGregor. He beat Conor McGregor in like the 10th round, and we saw what happened with Pacquiao. That fight was, quote unquote, the fight of the century, and that fight ended up just becoming like it was one of the more boring fights. But hey, this one, he did bring it back with the Tension fight, and he did bring it back with the Conor. So he had some entertaining fights afterwards. So we'll see what transpires. Personally, will I be watching it? Yeah, I'll be watching it. I think it's a fight that everyone's going to be watching. The whole world is going to watch that. We got to be entertained. So it's going to be something that I'll definitely check out. It's something that I think everybody's going to watch. Yeah, so that's about it right there. You see what I'm saying? So Floyd Money Mayweather will be fighting Logan Paul. Also, to bring it up to you, Logan Paul, let me get to Logan Paul, because you know what? Let's not even act like Logan Paul doesn't have any boxing history. Logan Paul has been in a couple boxing fights. He fought KSI actually in London. That's why I think this is where the whole YouTube thing stemmed from, because Logan Paul and KSI actually fought in London, and it did numbers. I didn't even know who the heck these guys were. But I kept hearing about it. I was hearing a lot of people talking, but I was like, yo, who are these people? People were like, yeah, man, Logan Paul, KSI. KSI is a YouTube star in the UK. From the UK, he crazy numbers. He's a superstar. He's a stud, just like Logan. So the two of them basically did a YouTube fight, or a boxing fight, and it did crazy numbers. So what happened next was a lot of people started to see that. They're like, yo, there's money in this. Like, you've always heard about like these kind of celebrity fights, and people always talk about it, and promoters are like, yeah, I'll throw big money, but they never come to fruition. Or if they do, it's like Z-list celebrity entertainers that nobody cares about. And it's just like, so they never really come to really become big marquee. But then these guys are obviously celebrities in their own right. They're YouTube stars, right? So people know them, and yeah, people are talking about them. They're in the blogs, they're in the media, they're in the tabloids. So let's act like these people are not celebrities. They are out here. The paparazzi's following these guys everywhere they go too. So the two of them went at it, and basically what happened next was Logan Paul and KSI did their thing. I don't even know what happened with that first fight, to be honest. I think it was like a draw or something like that. And then the second fight came, and then I watched that one. So I took in that one. It was a sloppy fight, to say the least. KSI and Logan Paul was a sloppy fight. Logan Paul ended up losing. KSI won that. I think it was horrendous. The referee took some points away from Logan Paul, which it became detrimental and was the cause of his loss. So personally, I think I think Logan Paul's obviously, he has his boxing experience. He's in the gym. He's there. He's training. He's training with. I'm sure he's training with other boxers and other types of guys, MMA guys and kickboxers, and clubhouse boxers or clubhouse fighters or whatever. And so he's like, in his eyes, he's like, all right, you know what, I could do this. You know what I mean, I've sparred before, I've trained with guys, I've done it all. My body's in good physique. I could take on a Floyd Mayweather. So this is where we are at now. Floyd Mayweather sees Floyd Mayweather's ahead of his time. Floyd Mayweather sees potential. He sees money. He sees an industry. He's gonna attack it. Floyd Mayweather he's been in the WWE. He fought the Big Show, which was, he did, I think it was like a WrestleMania, or if I'm not mistaken, or it was either SummerSlam or WrestleMania, one of the two in those big events. He fought the Big Show there. So Floyd Mayweather, he's a capitalist, bro. Whenever there's money, Floyd Mayweather is involved. You see what I'm saying? He's gonna attack. If he sees a realm where he can get in there and just, get that paper, he's gonna get it. So this is where we're at today, and basically Logan Paul, he's a moneymaker as well with his stuff. He got podcasts and everything. So basically, like I said before, this is where we're at today. These guys are both going to go at it with each other. It's going to be an exhibition. Like I said, I don't know how many rounds. I don't know where it's going to be, location. I don't know the amount of money that's being put down. I don't know anything. Vegas, every information's just coming in. So I'll definitely keep you guys posted on the information and whatnot. It's your guy El Selector. I'm signing out. Also, check me out. Next week I'm going to be doing the NBA preseason. So basically just doing a preview, just watching certain matchups, talking about them, what teams are looking good, what players, new rookies. Everybody's coming in, So we're going to look at it. The season's about to kick off soon. NBA season's kicking off this month on December 22nd. The preseason's kicking off during the week. I think it's like December 11th or 10th. I don't know. It's one of those days over there. So it's going to be at the beginning of this week. So, definitely a lot going on. Also got the Canelo Alvarez, Callum Smith fight I'm going to be doing as well. The post-fight reaction to that. So I got a lot going on. I'm going to be doing some more content, financial literacy, a lot of new things coming. So I got a lot of stuff cooking for 2021 and the end of 2020, holiday wrap-up. So please support. Please hit the like button. Please send this to your friends. And just go up there and just subscribe. If you're not subscribed, hit the like button. And just let me know. Give me some feedback. If you want to work, come in. I'm going to be doing a live stream next week, like I said. So it's going to be the NBA live stream. So check it out. And if you guys are ready to jump in, whoever wants to jump in the stream, it's open to everybody. Open panel. I don't care. We're discussing NBA. So definitely support more boxing content coming. I'm going to be doing some Champions League stuff once the round of 16 hits. I got some more stuff coming as well. So definitely I'm going to be doing some vlogs as well, some new content. I got a lot of stuff coming, man. So definitely check me out, all right? It's your guy, Selector. I'm signing out, all right? Peace.